Hi everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back if you are a previous viewer of mine. And I say that because I've had a couple of videos posted here on my channel that have now obviously been removed. This is going to be the start of, once again, for like the third time, of my anti-MLM series. My goal is to prevent people from making the same mistakes that I did. I have had experience in Arbonne before. Oh, I didn't say it. My name is Morgan. I've had experience in Arbonne before. I was with them for almost 2.5 years, I want to say. About 9 months ago, I decided to rid myself of the company. I still technically have a membership with them. I'm still an independent consultant. However, I'm not obviously not actively seeking clients or trying to recruit anybody. Not about that life anymore. With my upcoming videos, I'm mainly going to be speaking from experience with Arbonne, and speaking about other people's experiences and the different things that are going on with Arbonne right now, especially surrounding the coronavirus and the FTC, things like that. Hopefully we can delve into that later on. Mostly I will be talking about Arbonne, but I might talk about other MLMs depending on how I feel about it. Obviously it hasn't been received the best in the past. See how it goes. So for today's video, I just wanted to hopefully that didn't change the angle too much. Sorry about that. My cat decided to knock my iPad over, which is what I'm filming on. So sorry if my position's a little out of the way now, but I just quickly want to talk about B certified companies today. And the reason why I want to talk about that is because B certifications are really becoming more and more prominent in the world of businesses across the globe, around the globe. It's really something that companies, not only something that MLMs are striving to be certified with, but other companies are also trying to get the certification, and it's really something that all companies want to strive for and achieve. That's why we're going to talk about it today. It could be dangerous for MLMs to be B certified, so we're also going to talk about that and what it means for Arbonne and the process of them getting certified and what it meant for all the consultants and so on and so forth. We're just going to get on. I have some notes and we're just going to ramble off some definitions. Sorry if this is a really nerdy video, but I just feel like this is something that we kind of have to talk about because there's actually not a lot of conversation or discussion surrounding B certifications in regards to Arbonne and MLMs and what that could potentially mean for other MLMs. Like, is this going to start a trend and all MLMs are going to start going after this certification, or is this the one and only? Who knows? It's just, we have to be prepared for it to be a trend, so we're going to talk about it and why it's kind of dangerous for MLMs to get certification in the first place. What it means to be B certified is to be a business that meets the highest standards of verified social and environmental performance, public transparency, and legal accountability to balance profit and purpose. B certified corporations work towards the creation of higher quality jobs, lower levels of poverty, and reduced inequality within the workforce. They form a community of leaders to drive a global movement using business as a force for good, and their values and aspirations are embedded in the Declaration of Interdependence, which is something that they talk about a lot on the B Lab website. I will have that linked down below, as well as everything else that I might cite in this video, like the assessment tools and different things like that. Sorry, my cat scratching her post. The values and aspirations that are embedded in the Declaration of Interdependence are to be the change they want to see in the world, operate business as if people and place matter. They should aspire to do no harm and benefit all throughout their products, practices, and profits, and act with the understanding that they are all dependent on each other and responsible for future generations. Forgot to mention that the definition of interdependence, because I had no clue what that meant before this video, it's the glue that bonds teams and builds success. So interdependence is when a business builds a sense of community and team spirit in the workplace. They want everybody to have a sense of belonging. They want everybody to be happy with their job. They want to feel like they have a purpose, that they belong. Equal benefits for all stakeholders, not just shareholders. So it's not just the people at the very tippy top that are benefiting from anything. They want everybody down the chain of command to benefit. I think two of the most important things to note when it comes to B certified companies or organizations is that a B certification is something that they have to renew annually. So they get certified once, and then every single year, in order to use that label on their products or advertise it, they have to renew that membership, if you will, every single year. So depending on, I'll pop it up on the screen, but there's an infographic on the Corp website that it shows, depending on income that the company makes annually, it reflects the price that they have to pay as well. So the annual earnings are from about $1,000 to $1 billion, and then obviously the renewal fee is anywhere from $1,000 to $50,000. The higher your annual earnings are, the higher or more money it costs to renew that membership, enable you to advertise yourself as such or use it on your, like I said, your labels or anything like that. B certification does not just evaluate a product or a service, it assesses the overall positive impact of the company behind the title. So it takes into account, there's like 4 or 5 different things. We'll pop it up here again. Some notable B certified companies are the Honest Company, 7th Generation, Ben & Jerry's, Kickstarter, The Body Shop, Burton. There are over 3,100 B certified corporations in the world. They exist in over 70 countries, and I believe it's over 150 different industries are included within these 3,100 certified businesses. So they're open to everybody and anybody that wants to apply. So we're going to move on to the B Impact Assessment Tool, which is what they use to grade a company and give them a score on whether or not they get their certification or not. The assessment tool measures impact on workers, community, environment, and customers. So they really take into, from start to finish, they take into account everything that happens. You know, how they treat their employees, how they treat their customers, what their impact is on the community, what their impact is on the environment, how they contribute to the economy. There's all different kinds of things that they are assessed on and graded on, contributes to their score. And so if we look at the impact assessment tool, the minimum score to be certified is 80 out of 200. It's good, it's not great, or I think they put it as great. If we look at Arbonne, scored an 83.8. And if we just compare that to other B certified corporations, such as Ben & Jerry's, for example, which I found this kind of comical, a little concerning, to be honest, because Arbonne is one of the biggest multi-level marketing companies in the world. I don't know how widespread Ben & Jerry's is, but the fact that an ice cream company is even being compared to multi-level marketing, like those are two clearly different industries and businesses. Ben & Jerry's scored 110, so that's like almost 30 points ahead of Arbonne. Pretty crazy for a company that prides themselves on being ethical, one of the best companies to work for, and I just find it a little bit funny. And also if we look at 7th Generation, which is the company that they do personal care products, but they're mostly known for cleaning products, from what I can gather, they scored 120.4. So literally a company that does nothing but provide products. They don't provide a service like Arbonne, and they still score almost 40 points above. I think there's something to be said. I didn't delve into the specifics as to how exactly they treat their employees and stuff like that, but I just find that really interesting that those two scored considerably higher than Arbonne. I don't know. It's interesting to me. And so why I wanted to talk about all of this in the first place, and why I think it's so, personally, why it's so dangerous for Arbonne to get this certification, is because it's just another way for them to, you know, in addition to them being so gung-ho about being cruelty-free and vegan and gluten-free and, you know, all natural and pure, safe, beneficial, like, in addition to all that stuff that they already shove in people's faces and say, like, we're the greatest, buy from us, work for us. Being a B certified company is another thing for them to throw in your face and say, you're making a mistake if you're not working for us. Work with us or be against us, kind of thing. Like, it's another thing to be like, you know, this about, be all snooty, think that they're better than everybody. Another form of manipulation when it comes to recruiting, making it seem like people are missing out on something if they're not working with Arbonne or for Arbonne. It's just another thing to throw in people's faces. And another thing that I found interesting when I was looking at a Forbes article, I believe it was, I was reading that a lot of young people, especially millennials specifically, nowadays we want to have careers, and I say we because I'm 24. We want careers that we feel have a purpose in the world. We want to feel like we're a part of something, we're a part of something meaningful, something that contributes to forwarding the world, forwarding humans, and we want to feel important, and we want to feel like we're actively a part moving forward in all aspects of our lives. A lot of people are looking for B certified companies to work for. With Arbonne being B certified, again, it's another thing for people to look for and say, oh, well, or assume that Arbonne's going to be one of the best things you could ever be a part of, and oh, they must, you know, they have this certification, they must be one of the best companies to work for, and they must have the best ethics, and they must have the best leadership, and they must have the best products, and the best this and the best that, and it's just not the case. Sorry if it went dim, my cat just adjusted my lighting on me. I can't win with her right now. The last two things is that it really just drives home for Arbonne their false sense of caring about people, caring about their well-being, their financial situation, their family situation, their mental health. It makes it seem like Arbonne really cares more than they actually do, because they got this certification. That must mean that they care about you, and they care about how much money you have in your bank account, and they must care if you have enough money to put food on the table for your 4 children. When in reality, they don't care. They just care about collecting their money and walking away. The last thing is that it creates a false sense of Arbonne being, again, one of the best companies you could work for. It's just another way for them to get their hands in your pocket and string you along and put you into debt, take you away from your family and your friends, do damage to your life in ways that you never thought were possible. And I'm not being dramatic when I say that. There are so many people that I have come into contact with, mostly online, that have shared their experiences with me, and it is insane the amount of damage that happens because of MLMs, not just Arbonne, but MLMs in general. It is crazy the amount of shit that these companies get away with, and it's not okay, and it has to stop. And I think giving an MLM at the end of the day is just it's one of the worst decisions to give them a certification like this and give them worldwide recognition and give them another reason to boast about scamming people. It just enables them to keep doing the toxic things that they have done, will do, and continue to do. With that, we're gonna leave this video on that note. And I will be linking down below, like I said, the B Corp website. I will be linking the assessment tool that they use. I will be linking the Vice documentary that came out, I think, a year or 2 ago about LuLaRoe. It's a really good MLM documentary. It's only like 30 minutes. A lot of people have watched it. There's a lot to be learned from it. And LuLaRoe's another MLM that is currently operating. For those of you that don't know, have never heard about it, I don't know who hasn't heard of LuLaRoe. It's quite possibly one of the biggest scams to ever exist. I'll link that documentary down below. I will also leave the name of the documentary that's on Netflix. And yeah, with that, we will see you in the next one.